All right, everybody. Happy Sunday night. Welcome to Music on the Menu on the River. Alan K. Stout with you as I always am, Sunday nights from 9 to 10, playing your regional artists doing their own original material from right here in northeastern Pennsylvania. DC Taylor, how are you, my friend?
Good, Alan. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there, buddy. I'm hanging in there, plowing through August like we all are. We're going to get good show for everybody tonight. We're going to play some stuff that we've premiered here on the show very recently, a lot of it coming into us from 2017, including this one from Billy Spanton, a song called Faith, Hands on Me.
bitter to the end. Jesus Christ himself come down and put his hands on me. He said, don't you worry, son, if you need me, you can always count on me. And I'll be here till the end, just might be your only friend. And I'll walk with you tonight in the everlasting light. Jesus Christ himself come down and put his hands on me. Oh yeah.
Should have seen it coming, but love can make you blind. I should have been running, left you far behind. I had nothing to lose, I still gave it all to you, 'cause around my neck still snake is in your garden, but forbidden is your tree. A little bait switch, yeah, made a fool out of me. Were you ever happy, ever after it all? 'Cause I might have had it coming, but together we fall. Should have left it alone, but I ate the apple. Should have left it alone, but I drank the water. It's just for the sweetness of you. Should have left it alone, but I ate the apple. Should have left it alone, but I drank the water. It's just for the sweetness. It's just for the sweetness of you.
Aaron Fink here on Music on the Menu on the River, a song called Left It Alone. Aaron, of course, the former lead guitarist for Breaking Benjamin. That's from his last solo record called Galaxies. And before that, Billy Spanton, who did a great show with us here at Music on the Menu Live a few months ago with a song called Faith. hands on me. Now, DC, you know, when we're here on the show, we always talk about what's going on in rock and roll music outside of local from time to time.
Yeah.
Some good shows coming up. You know, Sting at Bethel Woods coming up. Billy Joel coming back to Philadelphia. Been talking about maybe covering those shows for Vocal Media Group. But the big story this week was the 40th anniversary of the death of Elvis Presley.
Yeah, about that 40 years. You remember that?
I do remember that. I was a little kid, but I was already an Elvis Presley fan.
Yeah.
My grandfather loved Elvis, and we used to sit and listen to records all the time. My grandfather watched me all the time when I was a kid. He was retired, and my mom had work. So we'd stay at Grandpa's house all day in the summer. And we just listened to records. He loved music. We didn't really watch a lot of TV. We were always listening to music. We were always listening to Elvis. Yeah. And so, you know, all that stuff that happened at that time, the Aloha from Hawaii concert, which was seen by like 1 billion people, I remember watching those things. Yeah. And so a few years later when he died, you know, I remember my mom gave me a call, and I was playing at my friend's house. It was a beautiful summer afternoon, and she told me Elvis died, and it hurt. You know, you felt a loss. I remember that night watching all the extended coverage on television, and there were, you know, specials that were being done. And I specifically remember at the closing credits of, I guess it came on at like 11:30 right after the news. I stayed up late that night, even though I was only like 9 years old. Yeah. And they had shown, you know, clips of his career and pictures, and it was either Can't Help Falling in Love or Love Me Tender. It was one of the ballads. And it was just, you know, I never saw, with the exception of maybe John Lennon, any public grief for a celebrity as much as Elvis Presley.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, Michael Jackson was stunning in a way, but not really. Right. You know, I mean, and there was so much mixed news around him the last 10 years of his life.
Yeah.
But Elvis was just loved by everyone.
Yep.
And only 42 years old. So, you know, I wrote about it this week. You could read about it up on my Facebook page, you know, some thoughts on his legacy, which, you know, you certainly don't need me to tell you about. But all I could say is, for me personally, I wouldn't be sitting here doing this show if it wasn't for Elvis Presley. I don't even know if this radio station would exist if it wasn't for Elvis Presley. I'm looking at this poster here in the studio right now, DC. I see Bruce Springsteen, John Mellencamp, Stevie Nicks, Prince, Billy Joel, Robert Plant, Elton John, Sting, Tom Petty, John Bon Jovi. They all genuflect at the altar of Elvis Presley. You know what I mean?
True that.
He is the king, and we dedicate this show to him tonight. Here's a song that mentions him. This is Gary Carl, a song called Bagpipes and Elvis Tunes.
If I do what I've always done, will I get what I've always got? If I get what I've always gave, can I buy what I've always bought? If I see what I've always seen, will I think what I've always thought? If I learn what I've always learned, will I teach what I've always taught? Nothing says new like bagpipes and
remember a time you loved me so. You just couldn't hide your feelings, so you let them show. And I remember the love shining through your eyes. You said that you needed me, please stay a while. I try not to fall in love with you, but you captured my heart. There was nothing I could do. Now I just can't get over you. I just can't get over you. I remember the days when nothing stood in our way. We were so in love now, darling, no one could take it away. And I remember the nights when we made love. You held me so tight now, baby, you swore you'd never go. So why am I here all alone? Why did you leave me like this? How did you let go? And I just can't get over you. I just can't get over you. I can't get over you. I just can't get over you. So why am I here alone? Why did you leave me like this? How did you let go? And I just can't get over you. I just can't get over you. I can't get over you. I just can't get over you.
Mama, look what you've done, and how everything's changed now that you've gone. It's been an awful long year. If you could only be here, I wouldn't be so
John Canjar here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Lonely. Before that, Jeanne Zano with a song called Can't Get Over You. And before that, Gary Carl with a song called Bagpipes and Elvis Tunes. And we were talking earlier about it being the 40th anniversary this week of the death of Elvis Presley. I finally got down to Graceland about 4 years ago, DC.
Yeah,
It was a bucket list thing for me. I don't have a long bucket list. I really don't. But it was on it. And a couple of my buddies went down. And it's really something I recommend doing if you're a fan. You can feel it. They haven't changed the house since he lived there.
Oh, wow.
I mean, and so it's his stuff, you know. His little girl, Lisa Marie, her little swing set still in the backyard.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that 70s kind of, you know, aluminum thing that, you know, it brings back memories, you know, like, because she's about my age. Yeah. And so, you know, it's a really special place. I read a couple of great books before I went down to, two of them by Peter Gerlanick, one of them, the famous Last Train to Memphis, which I believe they're still trying to make into a film, which is about the rise of Elvis, and then the other one called Careless Love, and it's the unmaking of Elvis Presley. Wonderful books. Also, one by his good friend Jerry Schilling, which is just a terrific book, and the other one by his friend George Klein. I bought that one down there in Memphis. George Klein is a broadcaster on Elvis radio.
Okay.
And he was one of Elvis's best friends. Elvis was best man at his wedding. And I actually got to meet him. Yeah. And I can't tell you how amazing it was to be standing across the street from Graceland talking with George Klein for quite a while.
That's great.
You know, I mean, this is a guy who used to eat dinner over there all the time with Elvis. You know, he's the guy that recommended that he record at American Sound, where he did Suspicious Minds and Kentucky Rain and everything. Mm-hmm. And so you can have those kind of experiences down there. Sun Studio, you could stand in the exact spot. They have a little X on the floor where he was standing when he recorded. That's all right. And you could stand there and grab a microphone if you want. Of course, I did.
Of course.
So, you know, really thinking about all that stuff this week as we think about, you know, this anniversary of the loss of Elvis. And maybe we'll talk about it a little bit more later in the show. We'll get back to the music here. This is Patrick McGlynn, a song called Ashley's Song.
I said I wanna buy you a big old house. You said any old shack would do, the rest to work itself out. I said I wanna give you the whole damn world. You said nothing else matters except the fact that you're my girl. Interstate 10 to 95, trail across the countryside. And in New Orleans when the car wouldn't go, we just sat there stranded 1,000 miles from home. And I'm writing you this song so you know there's not another kiss like yours in this whole world. There's not another heart like yours in this whole world. There's not another laugh, not another gleam, not another heart, not another dream, not another dream for me. I wanna be the one that's by your side when your hair is silver and your face is marked with time. I wanna be the one that makes you laugh when you're feeling good, when you're feeling bad. There's nothing in this world I'd rather have. There's not another kiss like yours in this whole world. There's not another heart like yours in this whole world. There's not another laugh, not another gleam, not another heart, not another dream, not another dream for me. So Ashley, let me be your man, and you can take me for my word. I'll do the best I can, 'cause all along the cracks the flowers grow. We'll pick every one we see on that dusty road, put 'em on the windowsill when we get home. Myself up again, but my arms don't bruise. Calling out and no one's picking up. Maybe the lights are down. These candles, they won't light anymore. They're sitting in my room. These candles, they won't burn anymore. They're sitting in my staring, painters peeling away. I'm constantly awake. God is calling, the lines are fixed again, and I am not picking up. Candles, they won't light anymore. They're sitting setting in my room. These candles, they won't light anymore. The setting in my room. These candles, they won't burn anymore. They burned out in your room. All my candles, they won't burn anymore. They burned out in your
OurAfter here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Candles. And before that, Patrick McGlynn with a song called Ashley's Song. This is Music on the Menu on the River. We're here every Sunday from 9 to 10. And we play regional artists doing their own original material right here in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Yeah. You say we were doing the 40th anniversary of the death of Elvis. You said you went down to Graceland a few years ago. What was your favorite part of that?
I have a lot of favorite parts, you know, seeing the leather jacket from the '68 comeback special and seeing some of the stuff was cool. But the most memorable moment for me came, and it was interesting. A friend of mine had been there before, and he goes, "There's going to be a moment when you're on the tour, and it's going to get to you." And he goes, I won't tell you what it is, but you'll know what it is." So okay. So I go down, and I had always known that Elvis played music the day he died at home. In the house. I had read enough books about him and stuff that he had sat at a piano at Graceland and played Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, which I think was written by Willie Nelson by himself. No one was listening, but the maid, I think, heard him.
Yeah.
And so if the trivia question, people say, what's the last song Elvis sang? A lot of people say My Way because he was closing his concerts with it that summer. But really, technically, the last song he ever sang was in his house, you know, the day he died. And he went upstairs, he played the piano, and he went up and, you know, died that night. So I'm looking for that piano on the tour, you know, because I knew I want to see where this was. And I see this grand piano off the dining room, and I assume that's it. And I couldn't get that close to it because it was on the other side of the dining room. So then later in the tour, there's this racquetball court out back, which he built, which were really hot in the 70s, and he was into it. And he had this little lounge there in the racquetball area where there's some sofa and a TV and everything, and of course a piano. Because even when he's playing racquetball, I guess he couldn't be away from music.
Right.
And it was a much smaller piano, you know, not a big fancy one at all, the kind you'd see in anybody's living room, you know, just a little. And the tour tells you that's the piano that he played that day. That's where he played. That's the last time he ever sang and played.
That's it.
And I wasn't expecting that.
Wow.
And I wasn't expecting that to be there. And, you know, so you stand there for a minute and you think of the moment. You think this man's sitting there. He's probably just played some racquetball. He's going to play a tune and sing. And he sang for the joy of singing, not for an audience, just for himself.
Right.
Which tells you a lot about him and his love for music.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know anyone's listening. The maid heard it. And then later, you know, she tells the story. Well, yeah, he was playing that day, actually. And so that was the moment for me, standing there and looking. I took a picture of it, of course, that kind of stuck out. quite a bit.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's something you really got to do if you're a fan.
Yeah.
Here's one from Mere Mortals. It's called Ashes on the Sea.
You can sing, but you've got no soul. You're an actor, you lost your role. You get so angry at your empty life, hard to steal. You're a butcher knife. One more sorry fool who lost a vision. You're standing with your back against the wall. So you drink from a lonely cup. You do it till your time is up. Then you stumble down your empty street as you swear at your two left feet. It seems you're giving up without a reason, just waiting for the final blow to fall. The final blow. I know you're not dead, you're just dying. You say, play another lonesome song for me. Gather all that's left and send me flying. You say, scatter my ashes on the sea. In the morning, scatter my ashes on the sea. Scatter my ashes on the sea. Scatter my ashes on the sea. You say there's nothing good about anything anymore. You know what's right in your own head. But the trouble is, you know it's for sure. Then you light your last cigarette. It's a shame that it's the brightest hope that you've seen yet. Then you ramble on about your mother's place, how she'd cry if she could see your face. One more fallen angel on a bar stool, just waiting for that wicked sun to rise. The wicked sun to rise. Hey, you say, scatter all that's left, send me flying, flying.
now covered with snow. It's hard to see how trouble could find us, and as we crafted the show, but you pulled out the plug as you ran for the street, and you pulled out the rug from right under my feet. Now you covered your tracks and you never look back. You have moved to a brand new day. You are sure there will be plenty better than me. No matter what you say, I will always be the one who got away. Was it comfort inside a love bubble that made me lower my guard? Or perception of incoming trouble I was so quick to discard. But if you see the past for just what it lacked, then you turned off the future when you turned your back. Now you've covered your tracks and you never look back. You have moved to a brand new day. You are sure there will be plenty better than me. No matter what you say, I will always be the one who got away. Now you've covered your tracks and you'll never look back. Now you've covered your tracks and you'll never look back. You have moved to a brand new day.
Rick Manwiller here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called The One Who Got Away, the late Rick Manwiller, who we still play here on the show all the time. And before that, Mere Mortals with a song called Ashes on the Sea. And DC and I are here, in between songs talking about Elvis, too, because we've been talking about him the whole show. He was talking about his great sense of humor, changing lyrics on stage sometimes, and, having some fun with that. His generosity, though, is legendary. I mean, I read some books about him, and this may have been in Hammer of the Gods, which was the Led Zeppelin book. They met him. And they worshipped him. And so they actually got to go see him in concert. I've heard the recording of the show where he actually acknowledges them from the stage and says, the members of Led Zeppelin are here tonight, guys, so we better be good. Yeah. And I guess Robert Plant and Jimmy Page just almost fall out of their seats, because Elvis is acknowledging you from the stage, which he rarely did with anyone.
Right.
And then they hung out with him afterwards, and, him and Robert were singing Love Me together. I guess Robert starts singing one of his favorite songs and Elvis joined in, and there he's singing with Elvis, But the funniest about the generosity is, I guess it's John Paul Jones, he had a watch on, probably a ton of money, And then John Paul Jones, hey man, it's a nice watch. He goes, you like that? Yeah, takes it off, hands it to him. Here, keep it. I mean, that's how he was.
That's great.
And I've read stories where he would be at a car lot admiring a car that he wanted to buy, or, going to buy it. He'd see somebody there, kind of him and Han, over whether they didn't know if they can afford it or not. He'd just go, you like that car? Yeah, I'll buy it for you right now. Complete strangers.
No kidding.
Buy him an automobile.
That's
great. He came from such poverty that I think he felt a little guilty about his wealth. and he didn't know how to handle it. And well, he did know how to handle it. He was generous with it. So I guess I shouldn't say that.
Right.
That was how he chose to handle it.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll share it with as many people as I can. Obviously, the Memphis Mafia took care of his old high school buddies, gave him jobs forever, and he's just a good dude. I'm glad we're talking about him a little bit here tonight. We're going to premiere a new song right now from Joe Bailey. He just sent it to this. I've been playing Joe on the show for a long time. Did a story about him for the Times Leader a long time ago, and we've always stayed in touch when he's been, doing some new tunes. This is from his brand new record, The Slow March to Ruin, a tune called Can't Now Be Yesterday.
The things you said, were they a lie? A calculated alibi for what you really must have thought of me. A ladder from a lonely life and a stairway to a door. A way to pick yourself up from the floor. I want to go away. I want to go far away.
Joe Bailey here on Music on the Menu on the River. Brand new music, a song called Can't Now Be Yesterday. Sounds like a tune about missing somebody and the Beatles kind of vibe to it. Definitely has some Beatle-esque qualities to it. And you can find Joe on SoundCloud, and you can download the whole new record for free. So if you're into Joe, like the tune, check it out on SoundCloud. Thanks for sending us our way, Joe. We're talking about Elvis Presley during the whole show. No, I didn't ask you the big question. What's your favorite tune?
The big question. Well, I mean, I always heard on the oldies stations, all the standard ones that everybody knows. But I think I was introduced. It must have been 2002 when a Junkie XL, a DJ, a producer, took a song, an Elvis song called "A Little Less Conversation," and remixed it. And I was like, oh, wow. What is this, like a new Elvis song? And I had to go back and search through and find like the original version. I was like, wow, this is really good. And then that whole remix thing.
That was great. So that was off. He put out a record in 2002. And it was called Number Ones. It was all number one hits or something. They put that on there as like a bonus track. And I think it went to number one in England.
Yeah.
I mean, it really was great. Yeah, I love that remix. That is nice call.
That was great. 2002 being introduced basically to an Elvis song I'd never heard.
I think a lot
before.
of people heard that from the first time because that was like one of the movie soundtrack songs originally, I think.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
And so it really didn't get, the play that it did when it was released. But wow, what a great tune. And the remix is banging.
And your favorite song?
Probably Marie's The Name, His Latest Flame.
Okay.
I actually recorded that song for one of the Concert for a Cause albums.
Oh, okay.
Should not have tried to record an Elvis Presley song.
That's all right. You did the best you could.
Yeah,
you did fine.
I did. It was out of respect.
You did fine.
Hey, there's one from the Badlees. This one, I was listening to this one driving the other day, and I was like, wow, I got to look in my rearview mirror. I might get a speeding ticket. This song is just meant for drive, and it's called Wanderlust. We'll catch you next week.
Up your regret and transcendental blues and headed down that lost highway. Another pretty face you left behind to clean up the place. You never mean a single word you say. You say, yeah, 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 yeah. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's about time? Don't you think it's time you ought to say? Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's about time? Don't you think it's time you came to stay? You said you may call me a liar, but I don't think the universe conspires to wipe a single tear from my eyes. The moon, it doesn't care, and the sun, it doesn't shine, it stares. The rain applauds while we try to keep dry. To keep dry. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's about time? Don't you think it's time you called it a day? Hey. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's about time? Don't you think it's time you ran away? There are two sides to each story. There are two sides to each story. There are two sides to each story. Put on my walking shoes, packed up my heart and my working class blues, headed down that lost highway.